My name is Nico Caldwell, and I'm he for she. I'm from Gary, Indiana. I'm a student and a social activist and an educator. I wouldn't say that I'm a champion for women's empowerment and gender equality, but I just know that I'm a feminist. I mean, coming from a woman, how can you not be? I believe that equity is necessary for us to survive. I think that arbitrary things like race, gender, sexuality, all those things should not dictate how someone should be able to live their lives. I definitely think that it shouldn't dictate how somebody maintains their livelihood either. I think that it's important for all of us to be equal, or to have some kind of equity better, for everyone to get a fair chance at life. I mean, we're all running a race, but some people are running 100-meter dashes while some people are running marathons and ultra marathons. And I think that we as a society should do all we can to diminish that gap, to make it easier to reach the same levels of social upward mobility, economic status, social status, political status. Gender equality means to me that a woman can go out and get the same opportunities, the same medical treatment, the same parental rights, the same work rights, job compensation as any man, period. If myself as a man and a woman are for the same position, we should be in the running for the same amount of pay, as long as our experiences and our histories are the same. It's just that simple. The phrase he for she means that we have men, whether they identify themselves as feminist or not, who are standing up for women's equality. Gender equality is such a important part of our economic and social well-being. I think that also a lot of people in power you have a lot of misogynists and sexists in power, whether it be political or through money or lobbyists or what have you. Boards of communication are already closed off, and I think that in order for the feminist voice to be heard, for gender equality to make it, you have to have a dialogue. And I think it's a lot easier to stomach these issues, to stomach female humanity when it's coming from an equal level of pressure of society, when it's coming from a man to another man in the eyes of a misogynist or a sexist, versus this woman who they already consider less than or not equal, screaming at them to have their womanhood recognized, to have their personhood recognized. And I think it's important that we have allies in any fight for equality, because the people who are fighting for the equality already don't have the power they need to make a change. They can be a very vocal minority, but it'll take a few key people from the majority, or just numbers from the majority, to make a difference. That's what he for she means to me. I've supported women around me by standing up, just being a voice, stopping catcalls on the streets if I can, protecting women from harassment, speaking up for issues that affect women, reproductive rights, medical rights, having the right for a woman to choose whether or not she wants to carry life inside of her or not. I think things like those are important. I have two older sisters, a younger sister, and a mother, and I don't think that I should have to associate feminist issues and gender equality with the people around me. We should want women to be equal because they're people too. It's just that simple. I'll continue to fight for women's equality in the same ways that I've been before. I believe that knowledge is power, and so the best way that we can give power to people is by educating them. Let them know that these statistics about women, 1 in 6 women will be raped. There are 64,000 missing black women in America today. And these things aren't being reported on or talked about, or they're taboo, or they're seen as anti-male or anti-man, and that is not the case. I believe that women, especially feminists, just want to have their fair share, their fair say in what goes on with them in their lives, and their choices, and their decisions, and their rights. Who are we to stand in the way of that? So I think that's why I stand with women. How can you not?